name's Claire Sparks.
My name is Johnny Lopez.
Maddie Singler.
I am assistant stage manager, you could say.
Assistant stage manager.
I play Rudolph. He wants everything in control. He's basically a control freak. No, Johnny isn't anything like Rudolph. I'm just very laid back. I like theater because I love like art and like just like the art of making a good story.
I like how you can take a character and twist it in any direction, but still have some boundaries. It's like a safe space, so to speak.
Not quite like sports where you like remember a game or you remember practices, but like each practice is different and you're always kind of working and you really get to see a different side of somebody.
I don't know, I would definitely say I've made more friends in musical because you're just with a lot of people a lot of the time.
We are at a point where we are seeing all of our train wrecks and we're figuring out how to fix those train wrecks and where they are and stuff.
Wonderful. Not yet.
I trust you are finding this table satisfactory, sir.
It's quiet. That's better. Now, you've all been charged.
Todd is a rescue, made from the remains of many things found in the dumpster. That's all I have to say.
The difference between a little money and no
Champagne!
Champagne!
It's a once-in-a-lifetime part of it. Champagne.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little stressed. You know, we lost some rehearsals early on because of the snow days, and we just behind because we usually start before Christmas, but we lost all those snow days at Christmas time. So usually I have all the music learned, and so I feel 5 days behind.
We have 9 rehearsals left. Do you think that you are at a place where 9 rehearsals is adequate?
No.
Good. That is the right answer. Now, can I do anything about that? No. Who gets to do something about that?
Me, us.
Each of you. Okay? I don't want to yell at you because I don't think it's very effective. Okay? But we have no longer any time to not know what's going on. We need to start practicing next Tuesday, doing the show and knowing what's happening. I keep telling you this, I'm going to say it again. You have more than enough talent, ability, and skill to knock this out of the park. All right? Is everyone clear? Yeah. Do you understand that I'm not mad? Do you understand that I'm kind of having a panic attack?
Yep.
Do you understand that you have to put the effort in?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. Question?
Today is our dance cleanup. It's our last dance rehearsal that's just dedicated to dance. I have never taken a dance class, so dancing is always my fear on stage, but our amazing choreographer Tiffany is great at making us look great, even if we are not dancers.
First big like choreographed number, so we just need to up the energy level. All right, you want to keep the audience awake, not let them fall asleep. Yes, we're gonna run one more time. Okay. Let's go.
Hey, that's just what it is.
Are you playing chess?
We're learning the opening, the Catalan opening.
Why does down upon has very development?
Spin for 4 counts. Because when you guys run on, you're supposed to be at a V. Okay, I don't know if everyone remember that. You're at a V, starting in the back and coming out is your 4 counts of spin. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then you start the échappé, PK, PK. Okay. All right. Let's run this and see what happens.
Okay, Quinn.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're a goddess. That's because this is
Yeah.
tight, right? If this is loose,
Yeah.
then this will feel better, right? If you have more space. in
Yeah.
here.
At its core, it is a love story. It's a cheesy rom-com. It's campy. It's over the top. So I hope people just walk away thinking, gosh, that was really fun. And I laughed until I cried. I play Ermengarde. She's very dramatic. She's very whiny. She's... a lot of what I do is just screaming and crying.
I'm a townsperson. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you've done it so many times, you realize how big of a part it is. It'll feel like nothing will work and you won't be ready in time.
This is like the final stages where like your character has to be perfect and finalized and your energy has to be all the way up. You have to be confident in everything. Everything has to be memorized. There's no room for calling for lines or not knowing your words. So it's definitely like final rush.
Is everybody ready backstage? Does everybody know where their props are? Does the stage management know when to move the furniture? Let's get into places for the beginning of the show. Directing a musical is like rush hour traffic in Los Angeles, right? It's 5 lanes of freeway, and everybody has a destination, and everybody has to get to a parking lot, and you can't double park anybody because everybody's got to get out, right? Both of you back. Come back with the hat and the jacket and the apron. Tanner, you stay there and sing. Let her dress you. Okay. Take the apron, set it on the bench, and then grab the cane and bring it back to her. Okay? All right? Because you, Tanner, you have to stay looking at us. Gotcha. You can't help her. Because the characterization that we have to communicate is that you think she should do everything for you because you're the man and she's the woman. Okay? All right, let's try Go back, do the same thing again. I mean, you can't move, really. Okay. So when you take the apron off, why don't you put it on the counter so that your hands are free when you put there, and then put your hand, then you can put the coat. Okay, so what I would do, you put this here, this here, this here, so you're just in here. Right, doom. It takes so. Then Gloria, you put it in the one hand, put the other hand on, then get the hat, and then you get the cane, kick the cane in there. Okay. Okay. One more time for the Holy Spirit.
I liked singing. I was always I love choir and stuff, and I liked acting and all that stuff. I was in a few acting clubs, and one of my speech, we saw this in 8th grade. We came and saw his show the year before I came, and I thought it was amazing. I thought, oh, I want to do that so bad when I got to high school. And the first opportunity I had, as soon as the first show had auditions, I just signed up, and I've been with it ever since. Just looked like a lot of fun. I was in the musical last year, and I was the crippled happy kid, and now I'm the old grumpy man. And one of the main reasons I got this part was because I was the only bass. I'm not good at being mean. I try. I just yell a lot, and I can get really loud, and I have a low voice, so that's why they gave it to me. But
for saying this, but you should see Yonkers. And by that I mean perhaps Mr. Malloy would like to see Yonkers too.
Oh, I'm a widow, Mr. Hackle.
Barnaby, she's a widow! That's too bad.
Yeah, good. I like the hat. Take the hat.
Me too?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Okay. That's too bad. I'm sure Mr. Malloy would have enjoyed Yonkers.
My character is Barnaby Tucker. He is, he's a very childish character. I think people are going to enjoy him. Before I moved there, actually, I did Clue, the play, like the board game. And then the next play I did was Midsummer Night's Dream. I played Oberon, the Fairy King. It's a big contrast to Barnaby Tucker.
Cornelius, I think.
Now, I wonder if your friend might like this.
Look out! Forgive me, Mrs. Malloy.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Begging pardon, Mrs. Malloy. We'll explain later. Mrs. Malloy.
Get out of this! Well, really, Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, I insist that both of you come out here this minute, or I'll be forced to. Mr. Vandergelte.
Mrs. Malloy, I don't suppose Mrs. Levi is here, is she? She was supposed to meet me on the bench 10 minutes ago. She gets looking forward to keeping on. When I make
audience night, I don't know how I'm gonna feel because now I'm at a lead, so it's gonna be tricky for me, but I think if you just get through the first 10, 20 seconds of your lines, then you can just go on autopilot.
So tell me what goes on behind the scenes of a production like this.
Chaos.
We're doing good. I mean, we're in a good place. Everybody knows their lines, and I feel confident that everyone knows what we're going for, and that's huge, because if everybody knows what we're going for, then everyone knows what they're trying to execute, and I'm not having to teach right now. I mean, today's rehearsal, it was a lot of, you know, the things that I was stopping for were new things, like, oh, we have to figure out how this coat gets on and off, and this hat, and, you know, they're just, you know, prop things that we need to practice, right?
This show is about bold moves, and if you're gonna only do it 3/4 because you don't have the energy, or you are tired, or you're lazy, or you think you feel stupid, or you can't, you know, oh, it's just I just do that. No, it has to be full bore the whole time, right? Otherwise, it just kind of fizzles. It's like, you know, when a balloon lets the air out, it just kind of, right? That's what happens if you don't. You have to be that expanded, full of air balloon the whole time. So it's beautiful and exciting, and there's action and excitement there, right? And as soon as you let the air out of it, nobody wants to see that, right? Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Great. Tiffany has some notes for you.
during Sunday close, when you guys are in your straight line, you've got to look at spacing. This side was really spread out, and that side was completely scrunched together. So please remember, we worked on that on Wednesday. Look and see where you are compared to the auditorium and find your spot so you have space. Also, when you're walking in doing the slow kick, I want full try and kick your butt. You guys are just like,
From February 24th to 27th, WHS put on a musical at the Memorial Auditorium. Trojan News journalist Betsy Pina took a new look on the process of putting on a musical.
Worthington High School has put on their first musical in almost 2 years. This year they put on Newsies, a production by Disney.
Auditions for the musical began in December, and this process lasted for about a week. Students were given materials ahead of time to practice. After auditions, the rehearsal
When they're going wrong, get back to sleep. I don't want to beat the other fellas down the street. I don't even want to see. I ain't been walking so good. Oh, quit griping. You know how many guys fake a limp for sympathy, right? That bum leg of yours is a gold mine. Someone get the idea I can't make my own. They'll lock me up in the refuge for good.
I would say it gave me a lot more confidence. Like my first year, my first 2 shows, I was a background character, had no lines, barely said anything because I was a freshman, I was very shy. Then last year, I got my second one, the play, I got a speaking role, I had a few lines, then I got a lead, a principal, and it just gave my confidence. Like I was okay talking in front of the group. It just helped me grow, be more confident, and not worry too much about what people thought of me.
All by itself. I don't need the lip self-hate. I got personality. It takes a smile that spreads like butter. The kind of time the ladies
So tech rehearsal's coming up, and so the point of that is that the people who are working backstage, people running sound, people running lights, people running curtains and moving scenery and things, that's what we're going to rehearse. So, you know, the performers, the actors, and the singers have been rehearsing since the beginning of January, and so now the crew has to come in and learn the show.
Just give me a little bit of your background with musical theater.
Okay, so my name is Marco Ramos. I've been in musicals for about 4 years now. My first one was Once Upon a Mattress, where I was night number 2. So that was an exciting role, 3 lines, so very exciting. To be honest, I don't know. I was just kind of, dragged into auditions to just start. They were like, you just have to sing a little bit and then, say a few lines. And I was already in speech too, so I felt pretty confident, right? The singing did not go great, but that was an eye-opening experience. And then just, came back every single year. It's different, right? Once Upon a Mattress is a fairy tale. Newsies was, a Disney production, but kind of in the same era. But Hello Dolly was just something completely different that I've never done before, right?
Take my word for it, your eye and your core stay together, or I break out of this piece of fire.
I will say this is probably one of the hardest shows we've done, even more than last year.
No one starts perfect with a musical. Everyone, is singing pretty awful, and nobody knows their lines and everything, and it's a super, super long process of, just working at it every day. And then the time that you need off of rehearsal as well, at home, practicing lines, practicing music, practicing the dancing is also a huge part that many people don't know about.
Everyone's putting so much time, so much effort. Like, there's not a single person here who has not worked overtime at home.
It takes like 3 villages to get a play or musical done, especially for musicals. You need so much stuff. Oh my God, it's such a process, and it's so much more than I think most people think it is. So
I need you in places for the top of Act 1. Try to have quiet feet and quiet mouths. Remember, if you can see a red chair, the red chair can see you. What's going to happen at the beginning of the show is Tammy Macron will come out and she'll say, "Welcome to the Memorial Auditorium," and she's going to go off stage. Then Briley's going to get the go from me to make sure that we don't have 10,000 people getting popcorn. And then we're going to start the show. Then Briley will radio Aaron Deutscher and say, "Hey, we're ready to start."
Hey, we're ready to start.
And then Aaron Deutscher's
A living, Mr. Kepner. Some people paint, some sew. I metal.
Dolly Levi is a very outgoing person. She's a matchmaker, so she's always in other people's business. She's just fancy and very feminine. Ooh, it's been a lot of work. I'm like repeating my lines like every single day when I'm showering. We got our book, and I have it with me everywhere I go, so whenever I have free time, I'll look at my lines, I'll sing my songs, look over what I need to do on stage, like the notes that are written in the book. Like even when I'm at work and we're slow, I make my coworkers practice my lines with me.
And I'm tired, Ephraim. Tired of living from hands to the mouth, so I want that side.
Why, even I was once young, which was foolish, got married, which was foolish, was poor, which was more foolish than anything else. Then my wife died, which was foolish of her. I grew older, which was sensible of me, and became rich, friendless, in me. Which in Yonkers is about as far as you can go.
Tell Rudolph that Dolly Levi's coming back, and I want a table for 2 and a chicken for 8 o'clock tonight.
Same old story. She wants more cherries and feathers. Cherries and feathers catch a bow, I suppose. But if you ask me, she'd be better.
So the first time I did this musical was actually before I was in high school. I was in 6th grade, and they needed a younger girl to play a character for South Pacific. I had to play the main character's daughter. And she was like, I think a 9-year-old girl who was Polynesian but only spoke French because it was during the war. It was set during that time. So that was the first time I had experience with theater, and then going into high school I actually got to work with Mr. Parrish again for the actual High School Musical, like when I was actually a high schooler. So that was pretty fun. And so I did Once Upon a Mattress my freshman year, and then my junior year I did Newsies, and now this year I'm doing Hello Dolly. So it'll help me for sure with like confidence and like being in front of people. I mean, in your life you can't expect to never have to speak in front of people or do anything in front of people or do something that requires some courage. So I think practicing that as young as possible is good for you.
With the door, it's stuck. It's stuck. Then push.
Late, you're late. You gotta go faster. No
Vandergelder, or I break out of this place like a fire engine. Oh no, not Miss Mortimer again.
Miss Mortimer, I'll take care of it.
No, Minnie, leave it be. You may make another half of Miss Mortimer if you like. I'm wearing this one myself.
Mrs. Malloy, you can't. You're a widow. And that hat, well, it's provocative, that's what.
It is, Minnie? Well, who knows who may walk into the shop today? Provocative may be just what I want to be.
Mrs. Malloy. Irene Malloy, she is a hat shop owner, a millinerist, but she is trying to marry Horace Vandergelder just so she can get out of the hat business. She doesn't want to own something, but in the middle of her trying to explain this, she realizes that she doesn't want that. She wants a real romance. So when she finds this person, she's like, I want the adventure. I want to be able to do this myself. I feel like I like a good adventure too, just like Irene. I love adventures. Probably I never want to own a hat shop though.
And so I will proudly wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that he might notice me.
Blow the whistle. No, gentlemen, he's gonna blow the whistle, then say his line, and then blow it again. Oh, okay.
You were right there, though. Very good.
You looked really good.
She's back! Rudolph, is it true? I heard somebody laughing outside the kitchen window. It sounded like...
It's true, yeah! It's true, yeah! It's Dolly! Tell the band! She just got out of a carriage!
Rudolph, it's true, no?
It's true, yeah! She just got out of a white and gold carriage with 6 black horses and scarlet plumes.
Ah, Rudolph, it's like old times again! She's here!
Honestly, I've been going to the plays and the musicals since I was in middle school, and I've always wanted to join it, but I never had the confidence to do it until my junior year. I'm really glad it did because I did enjoy it. It helped me to get out of, push my boundaries a little.
Don't guys, keep singing. That was the best you did it!
Are you ready for the next question?
I guess so.
The next question concerns famous rulers. Are you quite ready?
Uh-huh.
Well then, name 3 kings. Is that clear?
Yes. Would you repeat the question, please?
Certainly. Name 3 kings.
May I take the 3rd king first? Well then, 3 kings are...
Is this a trial?
No, it's the royalty test to find out if she's a real princess. St. John, St. Arthur, and...
Does it matter if she's a true princess?
Oh yes, if she's a true princess, we can all get married. King Ethelred.
That is absolutely correct.
Passion projects.
What?
Passion projects.
Like?
Meters.
Ladies, folded, bend on your knees. Standing ladies in front. 2, 3. Get up, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like if I can make one person be entertained and smile in that audience, then I'm doing my job correctly. And that just makes me happy as a person, being able to have somebody else be happy over something I can do for them.
Just that feeling of making other people happy and everyone coming together to put this production out there, and it's a really fulfilling feeling for me. Theater, I did it because it was like speech, and I did speech the first time because one of my friends wanted to join it, so I joined with him, and I ended up really liking performing. And then my first play that I did as a freshman, but I remember, like, it's a very, very distinct memory for me. I remember that during curtain call, I went out and I bowed, and I heard the audience cheer for me, and it sounded a little bit louder than the last person's cheer. And I could hear my family in the crowd, and it really stuck with me, and I've really loved performing ever since then.
Ready to go? Yeah, I was taking notes here. Gotcha. All right. Can you proper place? Great. Gloria, we're still waiting for Gloria to change.
You're only as good as the weakest link, right? And so everybody has to work together, everybody has to support one another, everybody has to understand what everyone else is doing in order to move forward together. It's more like running a ship, right? Once the ship is launched, everybody's on the same team and you're all in it together, and you have to get to the port, right? And if you don't, it's catastrophe.
So Briley, I'm ready.
Aaron, we are good to go.
I'd also mention I'm about to need financial consultation. Instructions in the mandolin and guitar. I twist a little, circle a little, Moses!
No, don't misunderstand me. It isn't about the money or anything. It's just that it's
Savannah!
Oh, LOL, I should probably wax that. Sorry.
With the door, it's stuck. It's stuck. Then put the Colossus warrant. I mean, what do you stand for? You don't stand for the law of this great land. I know what I stand for. I stand for Mrs. Levi. Sometime today, Mrs. Levi. Get back to work. Dude, don't forget the way we are. Tell me, by the way, I might be a little late. Send me some money.
Tell him to play something refined.
I'm gonna do the hoochie coochie.
You don't know who I am! Stop eating that car, can't get paid for it!
I think one of the biggest things I've learned, especially in this past week, is that there's a very big difference between doing something until you get it right and doing something until you can't get it wrong. And I think this week has made that difference for sure.
Everyone's getting a little nervous. Show dates are coming soon. And also just everyone's feeling a little bit more confident, comfortable. Costumes are coming along, dances, finally getting that step in, or that note that you've been working on so hard, but everyone's, finally getting there.
Cornelius Hackle!
Mr. Vandergelder!
Pardon me, Tucker!
Mr. Vandergelder?
Ermengarde! Dolly Levi, you're behind this! What are you up to?
Mr. Vandergelder, I can explain everything. You see,
I don't want to hear your explanation! You're fired!
Officer! Arrest this man!
Hold, please. Hold.
please. Hold, please. Thank you so much. It is starting to get unpleasant out, and so I would like you to, we're going to end rehearsal currently. Hold on. I also need to make the announcement that the Thursday performance is going to be canceled. I know that is very disappointing. I am really proud of the work that you're doing, and you guys have come such a long way. I'm looking forward to it.
Students at WHS showcased their efforts in a new whimsical musical, Hello Dolly, on February 24th, 25th, and 26th at Memorial Auditorium. Their process to get to the final performance was long and very challenging.
Hello Dolly is a play based on the 1890s era of refinement and love. The musical follows the story of Dolly Levi, a matchmaker who travels to Yonkers, New York to find a match for the well-known half-a-millionaire Horace Vandergelder. The director, Eric Parrish, had many decisions to make, including the decision on what musical to do.
Well, Hello Dolly is a big show, and it has a lot of principal characters, and I had mentioned that we have a lot of seniors this year, and so I wanted to be able to feature there. As a teacher, I hope that they learned that working hard at something was worth it. You know, so many times it's easy to say no, it's easy to quit, it's easy to step away. And I challenge them. I mean, you've seen this in rehearsal. I challenge them, I push them, because I know they're capable. I know it's in there. And I hope that they know that I'm doing that because they have the ability, and they might not see it yet. And so if they can, at the end of this process, go, whoa, I didn't think I could do that, and I did it. Or even 10, 15 years from now, go, wow, Mr. Parrish really taught me how to put one foot in front of another and just work at this, and do this, and then add this, and then add this, and add this, and those skills, I think, are lifelong skills.
The reward, it's probably just seeing a bunch of people just come together as one, and just seeing them work together to make something just beautiful and stuff. I really like that.
That nerves usually get you for a little bit, but then once you get going, for me, it's just, you know the part, you do the part, and you keep on going.
And there's a note that says, "Yay, Gloria, great job," smiley face. I would like you all to know that this is a lot. She has memorized and is executing this so well. It is a huge role, unthinkable for a high school kid, so congratulations. Katie also had a note from Tuesday. You've improved and grown so much as an actress.
I think it's probably going to end up being one of my favorite ways to end off my senior year, and to be able to do it with people who I'm really good friends with and really close to, because you might not see them as often, like later on.
No one's naked. That's a bonus.
I am tired, but I'm gonna persevere.
I am scared for the ribbon scene. I am scared for that part. But other than that, I'm excited.
I'm good. Let's do this. I'm gonna perform my one line. Very good. It's gonna be the best line of the whole show.
I want people to be excited for things, because then all your stuff really pays off.
It is a lot of work. But at the end, the results are really worth it. And as tiring as it can be, it's worth it, I honestly think.
Wait, put your back. You need a third one, though. No. Oh, yeah, wait. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Like, I thought you were watching these. But, like, right now, I'm waiting for, like,
Were you in the
Remember where you were where you were? We were just had such minor roles and background characters.
I hope to feel good, like at the end, like when everybody's clapping and I'm done. It's like, I can't even explain the feeling. It's just, so you just have to be there to understand it.
Y'all leaves in 5 minutes, and if we don't get there on time...
I'm not too young. I'm 17, and in another year I'll be old.
8 o'clock on the nose, up pulls a carriage, out steps a tall...
Oh, I should have been. Is it on? There. Okay. Good. Here's 11.
Like the anticipation of like getting into costume, throwing your makeup on, curling your hair, all of that, like that first hour is like very, very chaotic, and like the dressing room is always very, very loud, but then once you like are backstage in the dark, like you have time to gather yourself, and then when you go out there, it just feels good.
139.
I think what I enjoy a lot is the company of my friends. It's just the enjoyment of spending time with them to do something really fun like this, like dancing, singing, and really just the random moments in it as well. Sometimes singing, sometimes just acting like we're partying, just getting tired even before the performance. I think it's a very big thing for us to just be around each other and enjoying each other's company while we're still in high school. And opening night, you better expect a lot.
Hello. We finally get to open the show. Yay! You are a family of actors who are doing this show, right? We call it a company. We are a company, all right? We are going to set sail on a very large boat in just a few minutes, and once we get started, we can't stop, all right? We can only get to the destination, all right? And you guys, you know what you're doing. I've seen you do it. You're really good. And I am very proud of all of you. Some of you are really going outside of your comfort zones and out of the space in which you ever thought you could be, or wear some bizarre things that you never thought you would have on your body, right? But this is what makes a show, right? We are entering Yonkers, New York in the 1890s, and we are going to present this very wonderful story. I had Gretchen ask you a question about if you had the money, where would you spread it around, right? The line at the end of the show, money is like manure, right? It only does anything good if you're spreading it around and encouraging things to grow. The arts is something that encourages people to grow, right? I love this because all of you got to learn about what it means to walk in someone else's shoes who's not you, and in a different time, okay? And that is very valuable. It is a life skill, having the confidence to perform in front of an audience is a life skill. Those are things that you can take with you from tonight to the rest of your life. And not only by having fun and making some new friends. Okay? Does everyone know the sequence of events for the beginning of the show?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Hoochie coochie. One, two, three.
Hoochie coochie!
I'd like you to please laugh and have fun with the cast and crew of Hello Dolly.
Just name the kind of and your sister wants it, she'll snatch 'em up. Don't forget to bring your maiden arms, she'll match 'em up. Come on.
Dolly Levi. That's right, Mrs. Dolly Levi. Social introductions, ladies and gentlemen. Of excellent family introduced under the most respectful conditions in an atmosphere of elegance and refinement. Object matrimony. Now, I won't be able to offer my usual length of service today as I have
The best feeling is when you go out there, when you're done, we go out there, we say hi to everybody, and we shake everyone's hands, and we get to meet everybody. It's just nice because people appreciate you put a lot of hard work in this, and it's like your 15 seconds of fame.
Just follow
Just look to see where.
Make a man-made it. Hang out.
Hi, my name is Eric Parrish. I'm the director of The Music Man, which we are performing this summer at the Memorial Auditorium. Music Man follows the story of Harold Hill. My dad was my music and theater instructor when I was in school, and he had done it since before I was born. So it was, you know, just kind of the deal. Every spring, you know, since childhood, I got to go help my dad build set and watch the older kids, you know, do the musical. And when I got to high school, I got to do musicals with my dad. And he retired my junior year. So we got to do Into the Woods together when I was a junior, and it was his last show. I feel good. You know, it's always fun to watch the kids have an audience, and the payoff for them is so huge when they hear the applause, right? When they get accolades from their friends and their family and community members, and that it really changes the game. Because in the rehearsal process, they don't always understand how funny they are, and so then to have that feedback, you can just see it escalate and, you know, and help them just feel so much better about themselves and their work. And yeah, that was great. My grandfather's name was Gene, and he was in the Navy, and he died before I was born. But we always had this picture of Gene in his sailor suit on our wall, my grandpa. So there was a long time in my life that I thought Gene Kelly was my grandpa. So I was obsessed with Singing in the Rain and On the Town and all of those Hollywood movies.
Kind of crazy that there's nothing on here anymore. For the last month, we've been working here like crazy. We have 4 or 5 days a week, and we just took everything off yesterday. It feels weird having an empty stage.
It's lonely.
It gets my creative juices flowing. I start thinking about all these different things that we could do on the stage. Probably when they sing Hello Dolly, when she's like coming down the staircase. I think that's probably my favorite song and my favorite scene.
My favorite moment has to be when I'm just walking off stage and I just drink that wine. I don't know, I like getting that laugh from people. Definitely just boosts your ego. Like in the moment, it definitely boosts your ego.
Getting a laugh feels amazing because you're making people feel happy, at least.
And like in my first scene, I have like this really long monologue. It's so long, and I had practiced it so many times because I have to talk very fast, and I wanted to be able to say it without stuttering. And I guess having done it so many times, like somewhere along the line, I guess I forgot that it was supposed to be funny. And so like hearing the audience like laugh at me while I'm saying it, like, I don't know, it just felt good because I was like, oh yeah, like I'm supposed to be like funny.
Oh my goodness, I think what will forever be a memory to me is having to run back like off the stage after my solo to make sure that hat stayed on my head.
There was a part where I changed the entire plot of the show on accident. My entire character's thing is that she wants to get married, and then I mess up my line and I say that I don't want to get married.
That was so funny. She said she wanted to not get married, that she wanted to just be on stage.
Oof, definitely my first night. I was so nervous.
Well, me getting food poisoning right before the show, Saturday, right before the show. I must have ate something, right? But it did not go great.
I learned that I'm really capable. Like, I can do things that I really thought I never could. I got close to some of the seniors this year, and it feels like weird that they're not going to be here next year.
It's very sad, I think. I mean, it's happy, but it's a little bit sad. I'm definitely going to miss this year's seniors. I don't know, there's always next year with musical, but it's never the same. We'll never have Hello Dolly again. We'll never have Gloria Dolly.
That I'll surely miss it, yeah. I'll miss performing. I'm not really going to be doing this after in college, really, but it's something that I'd really like to do again.
I think I'll miss like seeing people from the community gather here for it.
Theater is special because it can be performed anywhere. Broadway shows are not the only type of theater. You can do theater at your house, you can do theater in your community, at your school. It's just so special because it can be replicated.
It's something that you honestly need to at least experience once in life.
Feels like the void, like somewhere where we can belong.
I feel like it's just a good reason to bring people together. It only happens once a year.
It's a very dear thing to me that I get to do this with other people, and so I want to see the next generation enjoying what I love doing.
Theater should be a place where everyone can come and see themselves.
Theater should be inclusive. Theater should be welcoming, fun. Theater should be a commitment and seen as an art.
Like a blank canvas.
Entertaining, but also convicting.
An everyday activity.
Should be recognized as different in the best ways possible.
Place of laughter.
Accessible. An experience.
Theater should be family, because we are like a family. We work hard, we care about each other, we all want each other to do good, and yeah, that's what I think theater should be.
A family, or something like a family. This is like a second home to me now.
When you play a character, you get to be that character. You don't have to have your own personality or struggle with the things that you're struggling with. You can completely throw that away, for temporarily at least, and just completely create a new person. And that's one of my favorite things about theater, is you can be anyone you want to be. And I don't think people realize that you can be anyone you want to be in real life too. So it's a real big eye-opener.
you.